First, I want to apologize to everyone on the delay on getting this out, but it's important that I show you how we came about getting this new dash cluster animation downloaded. It was kind of by accident, really. So you'll see this dashboard indicator that has the anti-collision avoidance system light that came on, and it stayed on for weeks. Took it into the dealership, and they told us that it was, well, you'll see here from the write-up from the service center, that it was basically a loose wire. They gave it back to us and said everything is fine now, but the light was still indicating that the vehicle was still not fixed. It still had the light activated, and the anti-collision avoidance system was still malfunctioning. We were told to continue driving the vehicle and it would automatically reset after a few miles. Well, we drove this thing for more than a few miles and it never reset. And I thought it was kind of peculiar that that was not notated in any of the notes, that we were instructed to go continue driving this and it would be reset, and then we were given back the vehicle in the same condition. So anyway, after trying this, we decided to take this vehicle back to the dealership, and I'm going to let you watch the videos that are going to follow, and it'll explain how we were inadvertently given the new update with the new ZR2 graphics that we all should have been given at launch. So there you go. Enjoy the show, guys.
All right, so it's the next day here. We took it down to the service department, and they gave it back to us. Told that, you can tell by the mileage, obviously. They told us that everything's good now. It was a loose fitting, and that there was a bunch of updates that were done to it, and that by driving the vehicle, it would self-calibrate and go away. Let me show you what was written down in the service tag, or in the comments when they gave it back to us. This is what was done. Needless to say, I'm not happy. This is ridiculous. There's no way that I'm going to be driving this vehicle around with the anti-collision device malfunctioning, because you've got, the cruise control doesn't work. I mean, it's just on and on. Needless to say, you buy a couple of these trucks and you just want to be able to drive it and have faith in the vehicle you're driving. This is just silly. So tomorrow, I'm taking this truck back to the dealership, and I don't want this thing back until it's right. I mean, I'm not asking for a lot, but this is just getting out of hand. So, all right, stay tuned. We'll see what happens.
All right, so as you can take a look at this display, everyone, we got the vehicle back, but did you notice anything different? Did you notice anything peculiar about these displays? I'll give you a hint. Take a look in the bottom right-hand corner of this display, and let me go through some of these other options here for you. You'll notice something peculiar about all of it. My Chevy Silverado ZR2 has now transformed itself to a Chevy Tahoe. Yes, you're seeing it for yourself. The damn dashboard, it now thinks it's a Tahoe. And luckily I have not left the dealership, so I'm going to hop out and give it back to them. Unbelievable. I know it's nighttime, but I have to complete this video and get this uploaded because you all have to see this and hear about this. So the dealership, I took it down to the dealership, and we had the anti-collision avoidance system malfunctioning, as you saw in the earlier videos. They gave it back to me and said that the vehicle was repaired and that there was just a loose wire, but it just needs to be driven around to reset, which is a fallacy, because there's no resetting. I drove the vehicle several hundred miles and there's no resetting. The anti-collision device still said it was malfunctioning. Took it back to the dealership, and let them know that this is unacceptable and we're not going to accept the vehicle the way it is. The dealership had it for another couple weeks, and they tried to force me to get out of that vehicle and out of the loaner and back into the defective vehicle, saying that we would have to bring it back at a later date, which we said no, we are not going to be driving a defective ZR2 that says, collision avoidance system malfunction. We take it back to the dealership. Mind you, we've been in that loaner. They give it back to us, and I want to show you this. I'm gonna overlay these videos and these clips. Hop into the vehicle at the dealership, and what does the display see? What does it show? I want you to look at this real close. Does anyone notice anything different or any problems with this display? Look real close, everyone. You're going to notice that the dashboard, especially on the right-hand side, this is a dashboard for a Chevy Tahoe. Yes, you heard it right. They reprogrammed this Chevy Silverado ZR2 with a Tahoe. We spoke to the technicians that actually worked on the truck, and they relayed that this is impossible because they use the VIN numbers to upload the software, yada, yada, yada. Nobody can explain it. Needless to say, back into the loaner. We have everyone involved in this thing. So back into the loaner, they notify us today that the truck is now done, is ready for pickup. And I want to show you something. You're not going to believe this. You know how some of the things that we talk about that are just missing in this truck, and that we were so disappointed in taking delivery on all of these? I want you to see this, guys, because nobody talks about this, and I don't think anyone even knows that this is available. Watch this. Truck is unlocked. This is the Chevy, the blue one, the ZR2. Look at this. You have animation for a ZR2 animation that we were missing this whole time. All of a sudden, miraculously now has been flashed and is uploaded and displaying on the truck. Are you kidding me? I'm going to start this thing. I want to see what else we got here. Of course, I can't see what I'm doing. Let me start this. Let's see what kind of other displays we got here. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I have a Chevy ZR2 display down there in the bottom right, where before, of course, I had a dashboard for a Tahoe. This is all the stuff that was missing when we took delivery of these things. Where is anyone notifying us? I got all the notifications for all the recalls that this thing has, but where is the notifications that there are updates and upgrades to give us the animations that we were missing this whole time when we had this truck? This is ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in the way that this launch was handled. I'm so disappointed the way that this thing was handled from the get-go. And it's just, this just goes on and on and on. This is just a shit show on steroids. So the vehicle's back. I'm going to pray that everything is going to stay running, but you guys needed to see this. Are you kidding me? We now have a full instrumentation gauge that's appropriate for the ZR2 with animations. Wow. Just wow. So here is a vehicle on the dealership lot. I just want to show you. This is the automation on the 22 ZR2. So this is what we had on the white one originally. This is what was on the original display for the blue one. But you guys all seen what the blue one has. Whoops, what am I doing here? So just to show you, this is the animation. This is what we grew up with here for, kind of, there's the animation right there, regular truck. I don't know. Nobody else has said anything about the new update. Then also, let's see if the camera picks this up, if you guys can see that, but all the problems that we had with the paint, it's still there, and you can really see it on the black. You see it, I wish this was daytime, you could see it more, but it's really bad. Look at, let me see if I can zoom in there. Look at the paint buffing in between the hood scoop. It's so bad on the black. So definitely they haven't changed or fixed anything on the 22s. And let's see what happened on the 23s. But those of you that have the 22 ZR2s, guys, there is a flash for your dashboard. I don't know why anybody's talking about it or not talking about it, because it's a night and day difference, and there's a lot of features that were unlocked in this new flash that it should have came that way. It really should have came that way. You can actually drive. There's no speed limiter on your camera system. You can actually activate the camera system and drive with it. It doesn't time out, from what I've seen. So I mean, there's a lot of features that I've seen so far that it should have came that way. I don't know why Chevy doesn't announce it to those of us that still have the ZR2s, that there's a new update for it. And it just happened to be that we got the new update, but we got the new update because of persistence, and yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of different reasons why we got it. But you guys saw what the new dashboard looks like, and if you haven't got it done for your ZR2s, boys and girls, go do it. It's definitely a game changer. It makes your whole driving experience different. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated on any new things that happen on our ZR2.